It's Tuesday, the 10th of December 2013, a very important day for those who are fighting emissions, CO2 emissions. The European Parliament has been voting. Responsible is the Commissioner Connie Hedegaard from Denmark when it comes to climate questions. You are responsible for the idea of the Commission when it comes to so-called backloading. Are you a satisfied woman now when the Parliament has approved what you suggested?
Yes, of course. It was a good vote today, and not only the Parliament has approved it, but actually the Council, the governments of Europe have said we can support it, what the Parliament has suggested. So now today was about, can the Parliament then endorse what they themselves endorsed back in June? It would have been a parody, wouldn't it, if they could not have supported that today.
But even if it was approved on an ambassador level, the ministers have to approve now. Poland and Cyprus were against.
No, the reality is now that now it is politically endorsed. So now we can start actually doing it. Doing what? Stop overflooding a market that is already overflooded with allowances. That is in essence what it's about, and now we can actually start doing it.
But there is one obstacle, the price. How on earth will you support innovational setups by companies who want to invest in, for instance, especially green factories?
But that's the whole issue, because contrary to what many think, actually, the emissions trading scheme has managed to reduce emissions. In that sense, it has worked perfectly well. That's very good. But the challenge now is that the price has been so low that it really did not do the other part of the job it was supposed to do, namely give an incentive to invest in more efficient solutions. And back in April, after the first vote here in Parliament, when they voted no, price came down to €2 something. Now we will see a level around €5, maybe even higher. It's not fantastic, but it's at least a doubling.
Especially because you were hoping for a price around 25 at least?
That was actually the estimate before the economic crisis. Of course, when you have a historical economic crisis, it would have been strange if the price was not going down. All other things have gone down in price because of the crisis. So in a market-based system, of course, the price should go down when you have a crisis. That is for sure. But it should not come so close to zero that it cannot pay off for those who actually want to do more resource and energy-efficient innovation in Europe. And that's what we are fighting for now. That's also why this backloading is only the first step. It was never meant to be the final step. The next step is more structurally to address some of the challenges in the emissions trading scheme, and the Commission will come forward with some ideas as to what we propose there, 22nd of January, in conjunction with our 2030 proposal.
Does that mean that you have stopped the fear of outsourcing because of those prices?
I think that up to this very date, nobody has been able actually to prove that outsourcing is happening due to climate policies. Actually, it's not. We analyze that on an annual basis, and even this year it showed, no, it's not. There are many reasons why companies in Europe have outsourced production. Climate is a tiny, 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 tiny part, and we have measures in place so that if you are in direct competition, say with China or Brazil or others outside Europe, and you are an energy-intensive company, you will get all or almost all of your allowances for free. So we have policies in place to take care that you are not having a competitive disadvantage due to the climate policies.